Good morning. With the spring weather conditions and talks about opening businesses, people might have a tendency to let down their guards. That would probably be at the worst time. This virus is unlike anything that most of us have ever seen before. The greatest danger comes from the virus being spread by people who have absolutely no symptoms, and they themselves may not even know that they are infected. Normally, we look for signs that give us health signals from people who are potential spreaders. That doesn't work for this virus. Now, let's keep in mind that the province statewide state of emergency for such a long period of time is unprecedented. And it also should be a red flag to everyone when the province has extended this. On the advice of the Chief Medical Officer of Health, the Ontario government has extended all the emergency orders until May the 19th, and we may see that extended even beyond that. Signs like the establishment of a field hospital in the parking lot of the Royal Victoria Regional Health Centre is a result of advice from the medical professionals and concerns that changes could occur, which could cause a dramatic spike in our region. As businesses open up, the interaction of people will become more pronounced, and it's likely to become commonplace for people to be required to wear masks when out in public. Be selective about when and where you shop and when and how you interact with people. Now, one of the issues that has become fairly pronounced in Oro-medonte has to do with a burn ban. The province of Ontario has legislated a burning ban in provincial parks and for most of northern Ontario. Many of us are eager to have the opportunity to enjoy the outside around a campfire, especially as the spring weather comes. The township-wide bird bans are determined by the fire chief, and the lifting of bans in Oro-medonte is solely at the discretion of the fire chief. Despite the burning ban being in place, there have been fires. One was so severe that we had a devastating damage to a home. In order to be able to have outdoor fires, residents are reminded that at no cost, new or renewed 2020 burn permits are required for open-air burning. By obtaining a permit and following provisions, everyone's protecting our first responders, themselves, and our communities from needless responses. If you're having a fire and the fire department receives a complaint, a call will be made to determine if there's a need for them to respond. Without the permit, the fire department would automatically respond. Burn permits can be obtained by visiting the township's website, and all you need to do is Google the Township of Oro-medonte and click on the banner. Another burning issue that's out there has to do with people visiting cottages. The reality, in spite of the request from the province, that there's an increasing number of people who will be visiting their properties, especially as we're approaching the May 2-4 weekend. And that is causing a great deal of concern, especially in northern communities that have a large population of people with cottages or second residences. And to limit the spread of the virus, the Premier encourages people who make the decision to visit their cottage to follow the advice and guidance of the Ontario Medical Officer of Health. The Premier has advocated that those traveling to their cottages should stock up on supplies. They need to, before leaving their homes, go directly to their properties without stopping en route in other municipalities. The Premier and local mayors are urging people to remain at their cottages and not mingle with the community. And this is an indication of the real concern of the potential spikes that could occur if we get more people from outside our community entering them. Now, one of the things also to keep in mind that we don't have a vaccine. The type of vaccine that we have right now is physical distancing and to make sure that we don't gather in groups more than 5, and also the hand hygiene and things that go with that. So we need to make sure that everyone protects themselves and at the same time they're protecting each other. In our area to date, the majority of the COVID-19 fatalities have occurred in long-term home care facilities and retirement homes. We need to understand this virus got into the home by either families or staff visiting, so it came in there from the community. We know what's out in the community, and there are still community-based COVID-19 cases being reported regularly, and we should expect that there will be more of the COVID virus circulating in our communities as time goes on. And so loosening off restrictions is to help boost the economy, but at the same time, it's causing a problem with the increasing the dangers of the spreading the COVID virus. Essentially, what happens is if you lift the restrictions on one hand, you're going to increase the danger on the other, and they'll go one on the other. So the province is trying to be very careful about phasing things in, ready all the time to increase the restrictions if they see any indications of spikes, which could undo a lot of the good work that's happened so far. And now is not the time for people to let down the guard. Now is the time to be vigilant about social and physical distancing and hand hygiene. And we really need to follow the advice of health experts regarding gatherings, especially those that could be larger than 5 or more people. And I think the larger the groups are, the less tendency there is to maintain that social distancing. And the message to everyone is to stay healthy, stay safe, and do your best to keep everyone else safe.